wanted to make a video to kind of go off of the topic that I brought up yesterday. Basically, the point is that there can be issues within yourself that are lurking in the strangest of areas. Like, I would have never thought that I had a personal issue with, wanting to make sure that our daughter is healthy. But apparently, there is. And only because I'm using it in a negative way. So I don't know if you saw my blog post yesterday or if you read it, but basically I have identified that I am overcompensating in how I'm raising her, essentially. So I've noticed that I am very strict, at least in my head, on like how I want her to be raised, like minimal screen time and, vegetables and everything, and being really hyper-focused on like what she eats and making sure she takes her vitamins and this and that. And I realized that like it's not very healthy for me to be that obsessed if she eats a chicken nugget. And so what I realized is that because she's had a childhood that I feel has been like, I don't know, I wouldn't say detrimental, but maybe, it wasn't ideal, I guess, to what I thought it should be, because like, I don't know if, because she's getting older and, she's so smart, maybe she noticed that, other people, have different family dynamics than we do, maybe she noticed that, I don't know, maybe she noticed that she doesn't have her own room, when she sleeps with us because we live with family, or maybe, I don't know. And, it's part of my overthinking, my perfectionism, and how I want to control everything. And so I'm like, okay, well, if I can't control all these other things, I'll just make sure that, she's good to go with how she's being raised. She always has new clothes, or she has new toys, or she does these things, and, I get her high quality this and high quality that. And that's all well and good, if I do that with, better intentions. But if I just do it because I feel like I'm trying to make up for something that I think she might think is missing, then I feel like I'm missing the point. So I have to be very careful with that, very careful of my motives for things, and like it kind of causes issues too, because if her dad wants to do the same thing, then it's not the same, like it's bad, because I'm not doing it, it's not being regulated. We didn't talk about doing those things. We didn't talk about getting her that extra toy, or, letting her watch an extra TV show, or, pushing back bedtime a little bit. And then it becomes negative between me and him, because then we have like issues that we're, fighting over, and then I, get even more controlling and stuff, and it's just not good. So that was something that I actually discovered over the weekend. It was something that I've kind of been thinking I had an issue with for a while, but it was something that finally clicked over the weekend, and so I just wanted to talk about it. I don't know if this is something that other people go through. I mean, maybe you overcompensate in different ways if that's something that you struggle with. But yeah, I just noticed that, my goal is to like make her have like the best childhood and the most healthy, good to go childhood, making sure everything else is like, to a T perfect, which is never going to be possible. But that's just something that I noticed, like trying to make up for other things. And she has a therapist that I talk to every week, and we have realized that there's actually nothing wrong with her. There's no lingering issues or anything, and I just have to remember that she's completely fine. So like I said, I don't know if this is something you guys struggle with too. If it is, or if there's other, comments or anything that you want to throw in, please let me know, because like I said, this is just something that I've discovered from, just our little dynamic and stuff, and my dynamic and ways of thinking and everything. So yeah, that's basically the gist of it. I overcompensate for things that actually don't really exist. So it's just another byproduct of things, but it's something I'm working on, and I know that when I work on it, it'll make things a lot more easy for everything. Things will flow a lot nicer, and I won't feel so negative, and I won't beat myself up over things that, pretty much don't exist. So that's just my comment for the day. Again, let me know if you have any comments on things, and I will check in again later.